He laughs at the scars of love when he's never felt love's pain. Quiet, what is that light that breaks through the window? Is it East and Juliet, the rising sun? Arise, fair sun, and kill the jealous moon, who is already sick and pale with grief. That you, her maid, are far more beautiful than she is. Don't be a maid, since she is so jealous. Her chaste white gown is only sick and green. What only fools wear it? Take it off, throw it away. It is my lady, oh, it is my love. Oh, I wish she knew she was my love. She speaks but says nothing. What does that mean? Her eyes seem to be talking. I will answer it. I am too bold. She's not speaking to me. Two of the fairest stars in all the world, having some business to beg her eyes, to twinkle in their sockets, till the stars return. What if her eyes were there in her head? The brightness of her cheek would shame those stars, as daylight shames a lamp. Her eyes in heaven would stream so brightly through the skies that birds would sing and think it was morning. See how she leans her cheek upon her hand. Oh, I wish I were the glove on that hand, so I might touch that cheek.
Ah, me.
She speaks. Oh, speak again, bright angel, for you are the glorious night that is over my head, as a winged messenger of heaven to the white, upturned, wondering eyes of mortals that fall back and gaze on him, when he crosses the slow-moving clouds and sails upon the heart of the wind.
Oh, Romeo, Romeo, why are you Romeo? Deny our father and refuse to be called by your name, or if you won't, swear you are my love, and I'll no longer be called a Capulet.
Shall I hear more, or speak at this?
It's only your name that is my enemy. You yourself, not even a Montague. What's Montague? It is not a hand or foot, or an arm or a face, or any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other name. What's in a name? That which we call a rose, would smell as sweet as if it had any other name. So Romeo, if he wasn't called Romeo, would retain that dear perfection which he has without the title. Romeo, throw your name away, and for that name, which isn't part of you, take all of me.
I take you at your word. Only call me love, and I will be baptized with new name. From now on, I will never be called Romeo.
What man are you, who, wrapped in the cover of night, stumbles on my private thoughts?
By a name that I do not know to tell you who I am. My name, dear saint, is hateful to me, because it is an enemy to you. If I had written it down on paper, I would tear it from the page.
My ears haven't yet heard 100 words of that tongue's speech, and yet I know the sound. Aren't you Romeo and a Montague?
Neither one, fair saint, if you dislike them.
How do you come here? Tell me, and why? The orchard walls are high and hard to climb, and the place means death, considering who you are. If any of my kinsmen find you are here.
With love's light wings did I fly over these walls, for rocky mountains cannot hold love out, and what can love do? Love dares to attempt, therefore your kinsmen are no threat to me.
If they see you, they will murder you.
It's a shame, there is more danger in your eye than 20 of their swords. If you just look sweet, I am protected against their hate.
I wouldn't have them see you here for the world.
I have night's cloak to hide me from their sight, and if you love me, let them find me here. My life were better ended by their hate than death postponed waiting for your love.
Who gave you the direction to this place?
Love, that first prompted me to ask. He gave me advice, and I gave him eyes. I am no sea captain, but if you were as far away as a vast shore washed with the furthest sea, I would risk everything for such cargo.
You know that the night hides my face, otherwise a maiden's blush would paint my cheek. For what you overheard me say tonight, gladly I would dwell on form, gladly deny. What I have spoken, but few farewell polite words. Do you love me? I know you will say yes, and I will take your word, but if you swear, you may prove false at lovers' lies. They say Jove loves. Oh, gentle Romeo, if you do love, pronounce it faithfully. Or if you think I am too quickly won, I'll frown and be wicked and tell you no. So you will court me but otherwise not for the world. It's true, fair Montague, I am too affectionate, and therefore you may think my behavior light, but trust me, gentlemen, I'll prove you more true than most that I have more knowledge to be unfriendly. I should have been more unfriendly, I must confess, but you overheard before I was aware of you. My true love's passion, therefore pardon me. I am not attribute this certain to light's love which the dark night has discovered.
Lady, by the blessed moon up there that tips with silver all these fruit tree tops, I swear.
Oh, don't swear by the moon, the inconstant moon that monthly goes through changes in her circled orbit, for fear that your love prove as variable as the moon.
What shall I swear by?
Don't swear at all. If you will, swear by your own gorgeous self, which is the God that I worship, and I'll believe you.
If my heart's dear love.
Well, don't swear, although I have joy in you. I have no joy of this contract tonight. It is too rash, too unadvised, too sudden, too like the lightning, which ceases to exist before one can say, it's lightning, sweet good night. This bud of love, ripened by summer's breezes, may become a beautiful flower when the next we meet. Good night, may sweet repose and rest come to your heart and search as that is within my breast.
Oh, will you leave me unsatisfied?
What satisfaction can you have tonight?
The exchange of your love's faithful vow for mine.
I gave you my vow before you asked for it, and yet I wish I could give it again.
Would you take it away? Why, love?
Only to be honest and give it to you again. And I still wish, but for the thing that I already have. My treasure have no boundaries, but like the sea. My love is as deep as the sea, and the more I give to you, the more I have, for both my love and the sea are infinite. I hear some noise within, dear love. Goodbye. Ride away, good nurse. Sweet Montague, be true. Stay here a minute. I'll be right back.
Oh, blessed, blessed night, I am afraid. Standing in this night, all this is only a dream, too promising and sweet to be real.
3 words, dear Romeo, and good night indeed, is if that your love is honorable, your intention marriage, and send me word tomorrow, by one that I'll get to come to you. Where and what time will you marry me? And I'll lay all my fortunes at your feet, and I'll follow you, my lord, throughout the world.
Madame!
I come right away. If you don't mean well, I beg you.
Madame!
I'm coming to end your pursuit of me and lead me to my grief. I'll send tomorrow.
I'll be waiting.
1,000 times good night.
1,000 times the worse for me to want your light. Love goes toward love as a schoolboy away from their books, but love goes from love like a schoolboy towards the school with heavy looks.
Listen, Romeo, listen. Oh, I wish I had a falconer's voice to lure this hawk back to me again. Being a slave has a hoarse voice and may not speak aloud, or else I would go to the cave where Echo lives and make her airy voice more hoarse than mine is, with the reputation of my Romeo's name.
Is it soul that calls my name? How silver sweet the sound of lovers' voices by night, the softest music to listening ears.
Romeo,
My dear,
what time tomorrow should I send someone to you?
at 9.
I will not fail. I'm going to feel like 20 years until then. I have gotten why I called you back.
Let me stand here until you remember.
I shall forget just to have you stand there, remembering how I love your company.
And still I stay, to have forgotten still, and still I'll stay, to have you still forgetting any other home but this one.
It is almost morning. I want you to leave, and yet I don't want you to go any farther than a naughty child's bird. Who lets the bird hop a little from her hand, like a poor prisoner in his twisted ankle bracelet, and with a silk thread plucks the bird back again?
I wish I were your bird.
Sweet, so do I, but I shall kill you with much cherishing. Good night, parting such a sweet sorrow. that I shall say good night until it's tomorrow.
Sleep dwell upon your eyes, peace in your breast. I wish I were sleep and peace, so sweet to rest. I will go right away to my ghostly priest's house to get his help and to tell him about my dear good fortune.